So this next chart is very important. Think about the amount of income the U.S. government gets, okay? Think about GDP. Here's what our GDP is. What percentage of the GDP did the U.S. government spend to exist, okay? If you go back and look at this chart, the federal outlays as a share of GDP over time, in 1849, we only spent 2% of it. Whatever money came in, the government only spent 2% of it. Look at the number today. Today it's 37%. So if we got roughly, $27 trillion in GDP, 37% of the GDP, the federal outlay. Are you kidding me? No. That's a problem. We've gotten in the habit of just saying another program, another program, another program. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. While we're in debt, how much money? No. We need to stop this. And there is a way to figure out what you pay zero on income taxes. If we make the government more responsible, the way they make you and I, they force you and I to be more responsible or else. But not them. They missed the audit, the Pentagon 7 years. No. But we know what we're doing. You didn't pay $600. God forbid, we're going to come after you. Big difference. Percentage-wise, where's this money going to? Some people are not going to be happy, but we have to have this conversation. So 24% of the budget is for health insurance, 21% Social Security, 13% defense, 8% economic security, 7% benefits for veterans and federal retirees, 10% is the debt, 5% is education, 2% transportation, natural resources, agriculture, 1% science, medical research, law enforcement, international, another 3%, then all other is 5%. So some of this stuff we have to cut. Some of the stuff we have to get somebody else to pay for, and you'll see how. So in other words, if you look at health insurance, 2023 was 24%, 1.6 trillion. If you look at Social Security, 21%, 1.4 trillion. If you look at defense, 820 billion. This is a lot of money that's being spent just with those three. Just those three combined is 57%. So here's what's important to think about. When we funded wars, every time we funded wars, the government will come and say, hey, people, guys, we need some money. Can we get some money from you guys? And we put some tiers of taxes, between this income and this income, 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, and it will go to 7%. Nothing crazy is where it would go to. They would say, okay, once we pay off the debt from this war, we'll stop doing taxes again. Okay, fine. And Americans trusted it. Lincoln, hey, we need some money for Civil War. How long are you going to do this, Lincoln? It's going to be 10 years. Okay, cool. Let's do it. 3% income over $800, couple other things that they put in there. 10 years later, income taxes is gone. Why? Because we paid off the war, right? So next war. We kept going through this. And this is when in 1894, the Pollock versus the farmer